Welcome into Game 2 of this FBA doubleheader. We are seeing the St. Pete Tide and the Pride go head-to-head in our second game of the day. And interestingly enough, the Tide are the only team that are coming off a win in their last game, and they won the toss immediately, and now we're back on the floor for the action. Up top, here's A.J. Williams throwing it towards the right side to Anthony Brooks. Williams and Brooks. There's Shane, left side. Butler, the leading scorer. He hits the first shot of the game. Dave Butler with his first two from Teaneck, New Jersey. And he was one of the biggest factors for them yesterday. They are joined by Mike Butler on the floor. So both Butler boys are out there. A three on the way, no good. Blackman down inside, and he'll lay it in.
Great move by Blackman in the post. Nice little move, getting it up and in. Knocking off and getting that first point of the game for the Pride.
Bounce pass down to the left side. Shane, long two, and a 4-0 ball game.
Shane had a good game yesterday.
Devontae Lamar is going to hit the deck hard. The point guard for this Pride offense. So it's Richard Branch, Aaron Mitchell, Greg St. Remy, Ayende Blackman, and Devontae Lamar on the floor for the Pride. And the St. Pete Tide, Anthony Brooks, A.J. Williams, Dave Butler, Mike Butler, and Josh Shane. Lamar right side, Greg St. Remy hits the first basket of the game, and it happens to be a three for the Pride.
That's a nice rhythm dribble. Inbounds the play, hides a little bit. His teammate finds him, elevates, knocks it down. Great shot.
And Butler says, no, I can take threes myself. Big men shoot threes in the FBA, and they make them. The 6'9" center, standing at 200 pounds, puts his team up 7-5. Blackman up top, almost has the ball swatted away there by Williams, and Branch inside, no good. The rebound by Mike Butler. Here's Shane, right side, back into the middle. Dave Butler rims out. St. Remy the rebound going the other direction. 10 minutes left to play in the first. St. Remy has the ball knocked away. Shane recovers. Shane passes it ahead. Butler down up to Williams. Williams, a Euro step inside, and he gives it off to Dave. Dave with 7 points. And St. Pete Tide lead 9-5.
Beautiful basketball we're seeing so far.
There's a turnover. Anthony Brooks going the other way. Right side. Down low, Williams double teamed under the basket, but he throws it up off balance, and it goes out of bounds off of his hands. 9:30 left to play in the first, a 9-5 ball game, so still close here and a lot closer than it was last game. The inbound to Lamar. He'll give it back to Greg St. Remy, who will bring the ball up the floor. St. Remy, left side, throws it right. Mitchell, from the right elbow, he hits the shot.
Good job breaking the press. We're seeing a nice 2-2-1 press early by the Tide. Great job by the Pride, able to get past it and find their man and knocking down a good shot.
Down low, ball stripped away, knocked out of the hands of Dave Butler, but it rolls on the baseline off of the Pride. So still be Tide ball. Here's Dave Butler dribbling in on Blackman. That's a good matchup there. Look for that to be big all game. Ball's knocked out of bounds by the Tide.
And it's been huge already. Butler has been getting the shots that he wants, and Blackman has been doing a couple moves himself. Now he's just going to see how active they're going to get and how good, or how much are these teams going to utilize that matchup.
Right side, Branch. And Branch with his first two of the ball game. The St. Pete Tide, coached by Nate Gill and Ray Miller. On the other side, Luis Rios, the coach for the Pride. Left side, dribbling in. Dave Butler has the ball knocked around. He recovers, throws it up off balance from the ground. He threw that up from his knees and somehow almost made it. Mitchell, other side, in on Butler, no good. And Dave pulls down the rebound. Lamar tips that one out, and they'll say it's off of his hands.
That's great hustle by Lamar. Reading that, looking like a free safety, backpedaling, breaking on the basketball, and slapping out of bounds, giving them another chance for defense.
Down low. A nice move into the key by A.J. Williams, his first 2 of the game.
For all you basketball fans out there, I know you heard that ball get slapped. Great job with active hands, and even better job by finish by A.J.
Left side 3. Lamar the rebound. Here comes Lamar running opposite side. Branch back to Lamar. Pump fakes, throws it down low. Greg St. Remy, 1 dribble, throws it up with his right hand and makes it. He's got 5.
Interesting possession right there. St. Remy looked like he was trying to facilitate more and realized there was a clear lane to the basket. Good job finishing.
We're all tied up. There's a turnover. On the far side, Lamar wrapped up by Mike Butler.
And Mike Butler had himself a game yesterday, was doing it all offensively, hit a couple of big threes, and now we have a few guys check in, Romeo Edwards and Aaron Richards. Let's see if they can provide another spark and burst this game open here in the first quarter.
Mike Butler finished yesterday's game with 21 points. Passes in to St. Remy. Quick turnaround 3, and St. Remy 2 for 2 on his threes. He's got 8 points.
And if you're the Pride, that's exactly what you need to happen. He is your star player. You need him to take shots and make them. Great job opening up early, coming ready to play.
Right side, Williams has that one go out of bounds.
However, the Tide is no slouch themselves. They're very aggressive, and you see them get into the basket on that one. Just lost the handle.
Brooks, left side, down low to Butler, who has it tapped away. Williams recovers, and Williams gets fouled.
Great job staying active on the offensive end. A.J. Williams, 6'6" forward, does it all offensively.
Williams from the line. Makes his first one.
He's coming off of a 23-point game. He averages 7 rebounds and 3 assists, and he also is 50% from the stripe. He knocks down his first one. You want to see him knock down that second one. Boom. He does it right there. A.J. Williams, perfect from the line on that possession.
He's got 4 points. And Mitchell down low, banking it home. Mitchell with 4 points.
It looks like
they're up 16-13.
It looks like that press was working. However, they was able to move the rock around and beat the press, getting an easy layup.
Second chance put back by Richards, no good. Turnaround jumper bounces around for Russell. 2, no avail. Here comes St. Remy for the Tide. Or excuse me, the Pride, who are up 16-13. And a foul on the floor. So the Pride are coming off a loss last weekend against the Florida Flight. So they're still looking for their first win this season.
That was a great game, but the Flight was just too much to handle. This is a completely different team in the Tide. Let's see how they can respond.
St. Remy tried to bank that one in, could not get it to go. Williams, other side, goes through the lane, up with the right hand, and kisses the glass.
That's beautiful basketball, understanding the situation, pushing the rock, elevating and extending. Great finish by Williams, doing what he does in the fast break.
Lamar up top, bounce pass down low. Mitchell, pump fakes, now into the lane. Up with the right hand, no good, gets his rebound. 2, no avail. Mitchell, last game turned it on for them, but They couldn't come away with a victory over the Florida Flight. Up top, 3 on the way. Boom! Hit by Garfield Blair. And Garfield Blair hitting the first shot he takes in the ball game, and his team now leads by 2. It's an 18-16 ball game.
The former Stetson University Hatter coming out of Orlando was poised and ready for that moment.
Other side, Devontae Lamar hits that one.
We're seeing some good shots go in. Great form on these shots, too.
Mitchell, step back. And the second chance put back by Romeo Edwards. And Romeo had a game last night, Alvin.
He had himself a game last night, and that's a good way to get involved, being aggressive on the offensive boards.
Mitchell blocked by A.J. Williams.
Letting him know he read it all the way, sent it back to him. Great job by A.J. Williams.
Sean Sukup checking into the ball game for the Tide. It's interesting, I'm going to be saying the Tide and the Pride
That's
all
a tongue
day.
twister.
I'm going to say that 20 times fast. Nicholson L in the ball game now. Right side, no good. Shot by Kemar Harriet. From the right wing to the right corner, here's Marcus Russell. On Harriet, pump fakes, picks up his dribble to Sukup, down low. Richards with the reverse. Richards' first 2 points of the ball game, the 6'2" guard. Had 8 points last game and a foul on the floor.
And look at what that play did for Richards. You see him fired up, ready to go guarding St. Remy, and now he is fired up. He is activated. Let's see if he could pour it on like he did last game and every other time he comes out.
St. Remy, another 3. So he's quiet now from beyond the arc on his last few. He hit the first 2 he took. And the put down by Romeo Edwards and fouled.
That's an aggressive way to get your buckets by Romeo Edwards. He knows how to get to the lane, and he could elevate with the best of them. Rising up, finishing through the contact. Great job by Romeo Edwards, the 6'3" guard.
(24-18) the score. The St. Pete Tide have the lead by 6. So here's Romeo Edwards from the line. And his free throw is up and no good. Had 16 last game, came into that game shooting 18 points per game on the season and 50% from the free throw line. Here's Brown up top for the Pride. Has nowhere to go. Gets a screen from Mitchell right, now throws it that direction. They were going to try to run a little pick and roll there, but Harriet gets open up top, wide open, dribbling into the left lane, up with the left hand, and can't bank it home. The rebound by the Tide as they push this one ahead. Romeo Edwards gets by Brown. Edwards up with the right hand, grabs his own rebound after it hit the backboard. Pass back up top to Garfield Blair. Takes a 3 in the face of Brown and airballed it.
That's the situation you're wanting for the Tide. You have Romeo Edwards pushing the pace. Great move getting this guy up in the air, but tried to sneak it in, got blocked. And that was just a tough shot, missing everything by Blair.
Timeout on the floor, 24-18 the score, with under 3 minutes left to play in the first. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
Welcome back to Game 2 here for the Florida Basketball Association's Sunday doubleheader matinee is what we'll call it. It's a 24-18 game. Nicholson L dribbling right side for the Pride down low, and Mitchell missed the left-handed layup. The other side.
That was a beautiful move to get his man up and find a guy cutting. Just smoked the layup on that one. You hate to see it if you're the Pride.
Romeo Edwards, a take down low towards the right side, a pump fake. Now here's Zell Murphy. Has the ball stolen away. Breaks St. Remy on a fast break by himself. And up with the right hand, he makes the shot. He's got 10. 24-20 is the score in the game. The Tide have the lead by 4. They come in at 2-0 on the season, so a 2-0 team versus an 0-2 team. That ball's tapped away. The original person on the receiving end was going to be Sukup, but it was greatly defended by the Pride. Elliott Jr., the fadeaway on the left side, no good. And the rebound by Murphy.
And the Tide usually likes to push the ball, push the pace, and you see them slowing it down, trying to get into their offensive possessions, get into a set. Misses it on that one.
St. Remy has it tapped from behind by Sukup. Garfield Blair on the other side, a one-on-one, and misses the lay-in as he created some room. A foul on the floor by Heron Elliott Jr. trying to get back. 4 team fouls now on the St. Pete Tide and 3 on the Pride.
That was very comical, that possession. You have Garfield Blair, who clearly outweighs and is just huge compared to the Pride, gets the flop, blows the layup, gets the rebound again, and then gets the foul. That was an interesting possession, to say the least.
Mike Butler up top will take a 3 over Nicholson L. And Brown gets the rebound for the Pride, going the other direction. Under a minute and a half to play. A 24-20 ball game. Brown guarded by Romeo Edwards. Edwards taps that one away, and it's stolen by Murphy. Murphy to Edwards. And Edwards couldn't convert on the alley-oop, but it was brought down by Garfield Blair. Butler down low. The bank shot just rims out, and St. Remy a big rebound.
Is that a basketball or is that a bar of soap? Nobody can get a hold of that thing. It is slipping and sliding all over the place. Can't get in the rim. Let's see if they can figure it out. Put some gloves on.
Person hits the 3. That is his first shot of the season, and he hits that one.
Great job. That was a good look. Understanding the situation. Very confident player.
Down low, Marcus Russell is fouled on the floor as he gains possession of the basketball. A 1-point game. The St. Pete Tide are still up with under 30 seconds left to play in the first.
And this has been a very tightly contested game. No one can seem to be able to get the edge against the other. How will this go down the stretch? We have 1-point advantage for the Tide, and they haven't even been doing the things that we're used to seeing them doing. They're not pushing it as fast as they usually do. They've really slowed the game down, trying to get into their sets, and the Pride has been doing the same thing. It's interesting. There's like a nice little feel-out process by both teams.
Blair up top going towards the right and loses handle of the basketball, but regains possession. Left side, Butler with a hand in his face by St. Remy. Now down to the left block. And he throws it towards Blair, cutting towards the basket and a turnover. Brown going the other direction, bounce pass down low. Elliott Jr. can't get that one to fall, so there's lids on the baskets. Everyone is butterfingers. Somebody make a shot, and an air ball to end the first quarter, a 24-23 ball game, and it's very hard fought so far. It's a 1-point game as we go into the second quarter. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@navylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
(24-23) is the score as we start the second quarter of action here at our Winter Park location just outside of Orlando, Florida. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, and the man, the myth, the legend, the best basketball player you've ever seen, Jerry Pettit, is our producer.
You know, Jesse, if you put Jerry out there, those turnovers don't happen. He has sure hands like Julio Jones. He is an absolute man. He is a man. He's a man's man.
He was playing tackle football when he was 2 years old.
On concrete. Laying dudes out.
Cool. No raspberries.
Nothing. He don't drink lemonade. He doesn't need it.
He's a Pepsi guy.
He is a Pepsi guy.
Are you a Pepsi guy?
But he only drinks a Pepsi. He only drinks Pepsi after he eats 45-pound weights. Because he's that swole.
For breakfast.
Lunch and dinner.
St. Remy, a three up top. Off to the right. A big rebound there by Person. And Person gets the putback. Person
Finally,
coming off has 5 points.
Finally able to get the ball in the hoop. Great job finishing on that one.
Shane, the give off to Butler, and Butler has the ball knocked out of his hands down low. Great defensive possession there by the Pride.
And they're doing a great job of playing solid interior defense, not letting Butler do what he wants, forcing him to find his way in the perimeter and shooting mid-range jumpers.
Pride up by one. Mike Butler over left side to Brooks. Here's Dave. In on Blackman. Back out to Mike. And Mike takes a three over Person. And a rebound. Foul on the floor against Butler. It'll be interesting to see the Butler versus Blackman battle down low. Battle of the Bees.
And this is great because you got those two guys chirping at each other. And they're exactly the same size. Blackman was able to get the box out on that and secure that foul. Now let's see how this goes in the later parts of this game. They're going to have to start playing inside out eventually.
25-24, the Pride up by one. Brown, left side, guarded by Shane. And the three just rims out. Other side. And Mike Butler can't handle it. I don't know if that was necessarily a bad pass or Butler just couldn't hang on to it.
A little bit of both. That was a good pass, good look. You need to outlet it to push it, but didn't seem like he was able to handle that. Wasn't too much mustard either. I'm telling you, that's a tub of lard or something. Very slippery. They can't get a handle on it.
Blackman from the right elbow, one dribble, and makes the shot. Blackman with his first 2 points of the ball game. And his team is up 27-24.
This is getting interesting. Those two down low, they're expanding their game. They have good range. This is going to be interesting.
Ball's tapped out of bounds by the Pride. So still, the Tide have possession. Look at the shoes Brooks has on. Those are cool.
Yeah, and with the sock game too, oh man.
Those are like the Jerry 3.0s. From the right wing. Just a rim out, and Mike Butler throwing his hands up in a little frustration there. A lot of his shots have not gone the last couple of possessions. Blackman stepping back, double teamed, back out. Branch gets in, loses handle of the basketball, but luckily he had his man right there. Brown going right, spinning out to Nicholson L. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Nicholson L did not get that one off in time, clearly. And a bad possession there by the Pride, but great defense by the Tide.
And that's a little bit of both on that one. The Pride wasn't able to find what they liked, but that's kudos. Hats off to the Tide being able to break everything that they wanted to do down. They shuffled their feet, forced that turnover.
Down low, the put in by A.J. Williams. He's got 8 points. Yesterday had 26. Person, left wing, off left side on the 3. Brown from the left wing, now back up top, guarded by Butler, throws it over to the right. Person, a pump fake, now steps back. And a shot over Mike Butler was not made. And the turnover, Blackman, 1 step behind the free throw stripe. Makes the shot. He's got 4 points. His team is up 29-26. They're up by 3.
And that's just a good job picking up loose change and kicking it and finding his man, knocking it down.
Brooks trying to get around the defense, and Nicholson L fouls him inside. Under 9 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Stay tuned. Next weekend we are off. No games next weekend, and then the weekend after we are back to our normal Saturday and Sunday doubleheaders. 2 days, back-to-back, a lot of Alvin Delvey, a little bit of me, and not enough of Jerry Pettit. You know where I was going with that one, Jerry. Come on.
There's never enough Jerry. You can't get enough of him. He's chiseled and crafted by the gods themselves.
He knew exactly where I was going with that one. Down low, Williams, no good. He brings down his own rebound. The second chance after the pump fake is good. And Williams now with 10 points. His team is trailing by 1. It's a 29-28 ball game. The Pride are in the lead. Near side, here's Brown, guarded by Shane out beyond the arc. A man-to-man defense by the Tide, and this worked very well for them yesterday in the game. Step away jumper by Williams, no good. And here come the Pride going the other direction fast. Shane picks up his dribble, cross court to Blair. Blair left side, Shane now guarded well out beyond the arc by Rodney Williams. Here's Dave Butler. Bounce pass down to the left side. Williams spinning. Williams into the lane, and Williams fouled.
That's exactly what you want if you're St. Pete. If you got AJ on a post on the block and you don't have a big on him, oh yeah, that's barbecue chicken. Word to Shaq. Give him the rock, let him work and do what he does. Look at him getting to the line, shooting 2.
.13 left to go. First free throw by Williams is hit.
Cash money on that one.
Again, Williams with 26 points last game. Blew by his season total in points per game, so he's hoping to get somewhere in that zone today in this Sunday matinee after he makes the second free throw. A 30-29 game. The Tide are up by 1 again, so a lot of lead changes so far in the ball game, and we're going to see that continue throughout the rest of the second quarter. St. Remy, the step back, and an air ball. Williams pulls that one down. Williams going 100 miles an hour the other way. Romeo Edwards takes the lay-in from the air. Romeo Edwards with 6.
Romeo Edwards always seems to find his way to the rack, and his teammates always love to throw it up, utilizing that high vert he has.
Brown down low, kisses it off the glass.
That was a good, strong take. Taking Romeo Edwards for a ride and finishing strong. Great job by Brown.
Brian Brown with 2 points, a 32-31 ball game. The Tide are up by 1. Williams down low, and he's been kind of owning that restricted area so far in the game. He's got 14 points, most of which have come off of just simple layups down low. Doing a good job of setting screens and rolling towards the basket. St. Remy up top, guarded by Dave Butler. St. Remy spinning, pass down low. Back up to Blackman. Blackman from 10 feet. That one bounces around, and the rebound brought down by Blair.
You live with that if you're Blackman. You got to keep shooting.
Great turnover there. St. Remy going the other direction. St. Remy, the bounce pass at 100 miles an hour to Williams, and that one sails out of bounds on the baseline.
Put a lot of seasoning on that, a little too much mustard. Too hard for him to handle. And Anthony Brooks has just been dime dropping. You see him drop that nice pass off to A.J. Williams on that last one. He tried to drop it off, but when he dropped it, no one caught it. It was a little too hot for him.
Up top, here's Edwards going towards the left, and now rolling back to the right. A bounce pass down low, and the lay-in no good by Blair.
Great spin pass by Romeo Edwards. Just not able to finish it.
Edwards wanted that one, but kicked it out of bounds on accident. Here's Harriet checking back into the game. Kemar Harriet out of Poinciana, Florida. Lamar going left side against Romeo Edwards, gets the screen, bounce pass to Mitchell. Mitchell up with the right hand, and he's used to making those, and a little frustration on his end as his team trails by 3. Blair getting fancy against Williams, now double team. Lamar came out of nowhere. Romeo Edwards up top, the give off, and Russell couldn't put that one down. Other side, here's Brown running the floor, going in on Brooks, and now double teamed. Bounce pass out to the left. Harriet is going to be well short on the 3. You can see that immediately out of his hand. And Blair pulls it down, so he'll be running the other way. Williams into Williams. And the ball goes out of bounds. So little Williams on Williams action.
Love to see that, but the Tide, their superstars are really pronouncing themselves, because it seems whenever anyone else touches the ball, they're not able to convert on those beautiful passes we're seeing. We're seeing some crazy passes. Now we're just going to have to see a little more A.J. Williams, a little more Brooks, a little more Edwards, and now Richards knocked down some big shots.
Edwards off the front. Now they throw it right back to him. Edwards, few dribbles towards the right. Lamar, great defense out beyond the arc. Kind of up in his face. Richards behind the back pass to Williams, and Williams now towards the right side. A quick give off, and Russell has the ball knocked out of his hands. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 5:15 left to go on the game clock here in the second quarter. The Tide are up by 3. Here's a critical possession for the Tide upcoming. The inbound goes left side to Blair, and Blair immediate catch and shoot, no good, hits the rim. Shot clock turns off, and a foul on the floor.
And for you basketball fans out there, that is a great defensive possession by Devontae Lamar out of Greensboro College. He harassed the offensive player, forcing him to make a pass he didn't want to make, turning into a turnover. And now look at them having the rock.
No points have been scored in the last minute of play. Lamar up top against Romeo Edwards. Now dribbling towards the right. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper. And Mitchell must have heard what I was saying. That's his 6th point of the ball game. And his 3rd basket, a 34-33 game. The Pride are up by 1 with 4.5 minutes left to play. Edwards going down towards the right, gives it over to Williams. Williams fouled, couldn't make the shot.
And that's just on that last possession by the Pride. That's just a great job for all you basketball fans. You love to see a big man who could shoot the mid-range jumper. There's so many great bigs who shoot that and made a living off that. Kevin Garnett, Paul Gasol, and right there was Mitchell, who was able to knock it down. And on the other end, we have a great dish by Romeo Edwards. AJ was able to get a hold of it as he knocks down that first one. Got his elevated, got fouled, got to the line, converted on his first of 2. Great job by both ball clubs. This has really been a neck-and-neck game.
Sean Sukup checks in. Here is Williams from the line shooting the second one, and that one just rims out. Mitchell, a big rebound, and here come the Pride going the other direction. Up top, Alex Ford going left side. Ford up against a plethora of defenders, and the tip-in with the right hand is beautiful by Aaron Mitchell, who's got 8 points now. 4:19 left to go in the second. 35 apiece. We're all tied up. Sean Sukup, a quick give back to Richards. Richards driving in, and a give off to Williams, and Williams has been their guy. He's got 17 points.
That's just beautiful basketball. Great job slashing to the lane and escorting that ball to his main man, AJ.
Mitchell left that ball off to the right, and here's Richards running the floor on the other direction. Richards pass left side to Blair. Blair pump fakes, and he traveled. 37-35. The Tide are up by 2 with under 4 minutes left to play. Lamar quickly going up the floor before the Tide could get their defense reset, but he almost lost handle of the basketball. Harriet left side, pass down low, intercepted by the Tide. Here comes Williams, pass ahead to Richards. Richards throws it up to Romeo Edwards, and Romeo Edwards has the easy lay-in. Edwards now with 8 points. 39-35 ball game, 3:30 left to go in the second quarter. 3 team fouls on the Pride, so that should be a factor coming towards the end of this quarter. Ford down low, tried to pass it to Harriet, but couldn't find him. Other side, Richards with the reverse, and a nice take to the basket by Richards, who's got 4 points.
You love to see them push the tempo on that and just rock and cradle that rock and flip it up. Nice job by Aaron Richards, pushing the pace and giving them a little edge in this game.
We're going to take a media timeout real quick. 41-35. The Tide are up by 6 with 3 minutes left to go in the second. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. Welcome back to the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live. I'm Jesse O. Alongside me is Alvin Delvey. And next to me is the fantastic Jerry Pettit. Our officials today are Jason Vincent wearing number 8, Mike Rivera number 34, and Josh Phillips is the crew chief wearing number 33. They've been calling some great games today, and we thank them for all that they do here for the FBA. Blackman from the free throw stripe, no good. And the rebound by Richards going the other direction. Full speed on Lamar. Up with the right hand, down low to Dave Butler. And that one's tapped out of bounds by Blackman. It'll remain St. Pete Tide possession. So they're moving fast here. Coming out of the break. Sukup to Dave Butler, guarded by Blackman. Now up top to Blair. Blair to Sukup, down low, and taken away by Lamar. Lamar bounce passes ahead, and Deshaun Beltre with his first 2 points of the day for the kid from Brooklyn.
Great job by finishing fast, running hard, and being the recipient on a great pass.
Richards was almost thrown to the ground there. He tried to fight over a screen and fell down to the ground and had to pass it down low, but it sailed out of bounds. 41-37 the score. The St. Pete Tide are up by 4. 2:13 left to play in the second quarter. Lamar can't get the rainbow to come down, and Butler fouled. Foul is on the floor, and that's the second team foul for the Tide. Or excuse me, that's on the Pride, so that would be 14 fouls on the Pride. So one more, and the St. Pete Tide are shooting free throws. Blair coming left to right as we're seeing it, but you're probably watching it go right to left. Richards to the right side. Mike Butler off front iron. Dave Butler fighting for the rebound, and the second chance putback. He's got those long arms, and it's hard to compete with a guy. You can't teach size. A 43-37 ball game. The score is within 6. Other side, Branch falling down to Blackman. Blackman blocked down low by Dave Butler. And Butler saving that one from going out of bounds. Lamar regains possession. And Beltre is blocked down low. And the Tide take possession over with the ball. Amazing possession there on defense by the Tide, not letting anything go as the ball is tapped out of bounds by Mitchell.
Oh man, it is a block party with the Tide. You have Dave Butler sending it back on Blackman, and then you have Garfield Blair saying, no, I'm trying to join this party. It seems pretty fun, and sending it back himself. Great defensive possession. Great job by the Tide.
Sioux Cup the inbound and the back cut by Richards. Turnaround jumper. Richards to Butler down low. And Butler has it knocked away by Blackman again. 1:11 left to play in the second. 43-37 ball game. The score remains.
This is exactly what you want to see. The two big men fighting down low. All you old heads loving the big fellas bang down low. Dave Butler is doing his thing in this game so far.
The inbound and the shot missed by Mike Butler. Ford to the right side. Beltre a three. And here comes Mike Butler. Going all the way, loses handle of the basketball. Blackman tips it away. Shane and Beltre now recovering. Beltre running around Shane, a pump fake, up by Mitchell, and Mitchell makes it with the reverse. Aaron Mitchell with 10 points.
That was beautiful. Loose change on the floor. He picked it up, ran with it. Little Rondo S move, dropped it off to his main man, knocking it in. Great job by the Pride.
30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Dave Butler spinning in and fouled. So 5 team fouls now on the Pride. So any more fouls in the next 26 seconds, the Tide will be shooting. Also worth noting that there's a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So if you're the Pride, maybe you get the ball in the basket as fast as you can, get back on defense, get a stop. It's a 2-possession game.
Definitely something you need to go hard this quarter because you're only down 4.
And 4 it'll remain.
With that miss by Dave Butler from the free throw line. So you're definitely looking to get a 2-for-1 situation.
Dave Butler from the line. Swishes the second one through. Butler now with 10 points. This afternoon, St. Remy, the other side, blocked down low by Mike Butler. 2-second difference still between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock is at 17. And so, you know, if I know how to do math, that meant the game clock is at 19. Blackman off the right side of the rim. Richards with 11 on the clock. Up with the left hand. He did a great job going up with the right, switching with the left and kissing it off the glass. And Richards now has 6 points. Other side, 6 seconds left to go. The turnover. Shane, other side, gives it over to the right. And Blair takes a three off the right side of the iron. And the chuck is to no avail to end this second quarter. A 46-39 game, and it's been a pretty close one, Alvin.
Yeah, this is a neck-and-neck game, and it's just been back and forth. Right now, the St. Pete Tide have a little edge. They've been utilizing their weapons. You have A.J. Williams pouring it on so far, and the rest of the guys have just been able to understand their role and play it very, very well. And on the Pride, they've been doing things right as well, little tweaks here and there that they're going to see, and we'll get back to you in the second half with some of the coaches' thoughts on their game so far.
46-39 again is the score. The Tide are still up by 7, and they've kind of had a commanding control of the lead so far. But see, maybe the Pride are looking to get the ball a little bit more to guys like Greg St. Remy and Aaron Mitchell. And Aaron Mitchell, while he might not be the tallest guy on the floor, he seems to dominate down low. He's got power and he's got passion, and that's all the things you need to succeed at this game. We're going to take a break for halftime, and we'll be right back. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, NV Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@nvlabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Welcome back to the second half of FBA action here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. It's a 46-39 ball game. The St. Pete Tide are in a pretty controlling lead here, and they've pretty much had it this whole game, but the Tide just are not going anywhere. What were the coaches' keys to the game for the second half, Alvin?
So for the Tide, they need to really utilize their fast break offense. In transition, they have some dynamic weapons on both ends that can just score the basketball on flat-out hoop. And on the other end, the Pride, they need to figure out a way to really convert on the chance that they're getting.
We're back here on the floor now for the second half of action. And the inbound will come in and go to Branch, and he will get things going. Moving right to left. Brown on the right side, guarded by Shane out beyond the arc. Brown pump fakes, now goes towards the left, now gives it up to Blackman. Blackman a few steps in from the three-point range and completely misses that one towards the right side. 46-39 ball game. Here comes Mike Butler on the other side, pass into the left corner. There's Dave Butler under the basket, scooping up with the right hand. The second chance putback with the left, no good. And Butler on the ground fighting with Brown for the ball. And a little bit of a scuffle on the floor here. Mike Butler has been getting pushed around by Blackman all game, and tensions are flaring. And head coach of the Florida Flight and CEO of the league, Mark King, stepping in to separate them, and Blackman is still hot. And Butler still chatting with Blackman, and this is going to be a fun rest of the game, Alvin. Let's bring you in here. 46-39 the score, and maybe
this is the sport that we all love to watch. It's just two macho men going at it. They're going hard, they're playing hard, and tempers are going to flare. That's part of the game. Now, good job by both teams being able to calm everyone down before everything really got real messy. But that's just part of the game. Two guys, they're competing, and now you just want to see them lay it all out. And this is interesting for the game because they're matched up for the whole night. If you're paying attention, this has been the key matchup of the game. Dave versus Blackman. Butler versus Blackman. Who's going to win? So far, Butler has the edge. And let's see how this little spillover will ignite either or.
We're going to take a break from our broadcast here real quick. 46-39 with 11:26 left to play in the third. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
All right, so a double foul on the play that went to the ground, okay? And then I've got 2 white players off the bench. They're ejected. 7 white and 21 white came off the bench during all of that, and they're ejected from the game.
Okay.
Well, you just heard there from crew chief Josh Phillips about the technical that St. Remy just shot and made.
This is going to be a huge blow. Losing a player like Aaron Richards is just detrimental for the Tide. He is who Coach Nate really thought was going to be the one facilitating these one-man fast breaks, as you saw before the half end. Got a nice little lay-in, and he's pretty dynamic offensively. It's going to be tough to see who's going to fill that role and who's going to start making those plays that Aaron Richards cannot make anymore for the rest of this game.
A jump ball between the 2 guys that started it all, Butler and Blackman, and Butler wins that one, tips it over to Shane. An official timeout. We'll have another jump ball here. And Butler wins it again. Shane up top, guarded by St. Remy. Looking for an open man, now passes left to Brooks. Brooks down low to the right side to Williams, and Williams has that one taken away, and here's Brown. Now for the Pride on the other side. So bad offensive possession for the St. Pete Tide. But Greg St. Remy looking to do something for the Pride. 46-40 the score. 11:04 left to play in the third. St. Remy trying to dribble baseline. Step back jumper over Butler. That one hits off the backside of the iron for him. And Brooks falls down to the ground as he tries to turn around with the basketball.
And that's a good matchup. I like that matchup. A.J. Williams versus Greg St. Remy. I like to see how that's going to play out, and if A.J. Williams is going to be the primary defender on him, because he's done a great job so far.
Up top, Brooks hits the 3.
Brooks just had a wide open tray ball. I can't believe they let him that wide open. Do they not know this man averages 30 points a game? Anthony Brooks knocking it down, reminding them who he is.
Williams looking ahead to Shane. Shane, the bounce pass to Williams. Williams with the give off down low to Mike Butler, who makes the shot. And Mike Butler with his first 2 points of the ball game.
That was very unorthodox. He just kind of waited in the post trying to see what was going on. And he waited for the contact, rose up amongst the trees, knocked it home.
Mitchell, fade away, no good. Shane up to Williams. Williams down the right line, and he's blocked down low by Mitchell. Look for Mitchell to get big here in the second half. I like his style of play.
A.J. Williams is just aggressive. He saw 3 guys, didn't care. Hand down, man down. Mike Butler knocking down a tray ball.
St. Remy to the left side. Brown from the left wing. Brown guarded by his man Shane, and inside is Blackman, and that ball's tipped away.
And that's the matchup all you basketball fans better love.
Williams down low, no good. Blackman, the rebound, and here comes Branch going the other side. Branch up top, guarded by Shane, 9:17 left to play. Mitchell from the right side takes a 3 over Butler, and he tried to fight for his own rebound, but it was brought down by Brooks. And Brooks will slow things down a little bit here. This will be double teamed as he crosses the half-court line. Mitchell pump fakes over St. Remy and makes the shot.
Great job. Just being real patient. I thought he was going to get trapped on that, but they didn't trap him, and that let Brooks find his main man, A.J. Williams, who's dominating in this game.
Turnaround jumper made by Deshaun Beltray. Or excuse me, that's Richard Bridge.
Richard Branch out of Olympia High School. really finding that corner and knocking home those shots.
Brooks can't find that one. St. Remy has that one tapped away. A.J. Williams all by himself.
Great job by A.J. Williams rising up and throwing it down like a sack of potatoes. Great finish by A.J. Williams, the 6'6" forward.
58-42 the score here in the third quarter. 8:19 left to play in the third. More basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
I want to recognize our elite officials from Right Call Officials, who are owned and operated locally by Mike Rivera. He offers the best quality officials in the area and can cover your most basic needs for officiating in the Orlando and Central Florida area. Here are the best points of contact to reach him. You can get them at Right Call Official Inc. on Instagram or by email at Right Call Officials 34. That's the numbers 3 and 4 at gmail.com. When you need officials, make the right call, not the wrong, for your officiating needs. And hey, tell them Jesse sent you. St. Remy can't find that three to go. 58-42 is the score. The Tide are up by 16 with 8 minutes left to play in the third.
And he hit a few in the first half, and he's struggling to find it in the second. It's interesting to see because now they have a pretty comfortable lead, the Tide, that is.
Brooks, a foot on the line, and he makes the long two from the left side. Anthony Brooks with 5 points now. This is a low-scoring game for him. Mitchell, right down the middle. No good. And a tip away by Harriet. Brooks recovers on the left side. Cross court, batted away by St. Remy into the corner to Mike Butler. Butler throws it off of the legs of St. Remy.
That was a very interesting possession. The ball was just getting slapped around, but it always found its way back to St. Pete. So great job throwing it out, giving them a chance to reset.
The inbound to Butler down low, and it goes right off of his fingertips. The ball was rolling over towards us. Solis slips. Brook pumps a three. No. And Solis is fouled in transition. And that's the thing. They got to just do a better job of not getting beat in those transitions.
Yeah, and that's something that's definitely been a struggle as Romeo Edwards comes in, hoping to give them a little spark because they have a good lead so far, but you can't afford a mental lapse that just happened on the last play.
Harriet up top from the right wing, back up top to Solis. And Solis wearing a nice headband today. Him and Mike Butler, Dave Butler on the floor wearing the headbands. And an offensive foul, 60-42 the score. 7:16 left to play in the third. 3 team fouls on the Pride and 2 on the St. Pete Tide.
And how about the shoe game by Harriet? The man out of Polk State College, the Eagles, got some nice shoe game. 23, check him out. Look at the kicks.
Ball tipped around, recovered by Mitchell. Here's Greg St. Remy going fast down the right lane, passing to the right corner to Solis. Solis behind the head to St. Remy. St. Remy pump fakes, gives up on the three and comes inside the lane. No good, and the rebound by Dave Butler. He passes far side to Romeo Edwards, and Edwards runs the floor and gets the offense set for the St. Pete Tide. He's on the right wing, guarded by Solis, dancing, now going under the basket, over right side. Williams has the ball tipped away. Dave Butler now with the right hand, no good. Williams a rebound, one dribble, has the ball stolen away, and Solis keeps it from going out of bounds. He's double teamed and pushes ahead. Harriet on the other side, 60-42 the score. He loses handle of the ball, and he'll reset things. Branch chooses to give up on that one, but he hands it down low, and Mitchell to put through.
That's a great look by Branch. Giving them the look, thinking you're going to throw it or shoot it up, tosses it down low to his big man, cut into the rack. Great offensive possession and great finish.
Brooks up top tells his team to slow things down a little bit. Edwards turning the corner, right side up with the left hand, no good. And Williams fouled on the floor as he was coming down for it. So Williams going to the line to shoot now with 6 minutes left to go in the third. 4 team fouls on the Pride. So that'll be big coming towards the end of the second quarter here. The Pride have to do a good job on defense, but you can't get too handsy, otherwise from now on you're giving the Tide, the Tide free throws.
And that's not the situation you want to be in when you're down as much as they are down, because you have to start playing aggressively, and you can't afford to get guys like AJ more free throws as he knocks down 2 of 2.
AJ Williams with 23. Here's the ball going the other way. Branch, left side, Harriet. I wonder what the three-point percentage on this game is. It cannot be high.
Definitely isn't high. We're seeing a lot of clinkers, a lot left to be desired behind the arc. This is a good matchup.
From the left block, Dave Butler up with the right hand. The hook shot no good. Greg St. Remy the rebound. St. Remy looking down the floor. He almost lost handle of the ball there. Mitchell down low. One bounce pass to Solis. Solis back to Mitchell. Mitchell, the little floater over the head of Butler. Mitchell converting on that shot. He's now got 14, 62-46 the score.
How about Solis really facilitating when he's out on the floor? Doing a great job of finding his guys and making sure everyone's in a good position to succeed. Great look by Solis.
Dave Butler has that one knocked away by St. Remy, and the Tide have the ball knocked out of bounds by Romeo Edwards. .449 left to play in the third. It's still a 62-46 game. The St. Pete Tide have a good lead here.
Very comfortable. James.
Greg St. Remy missing that one down low. Williams going the other direction. One bounce pass. Blair off the front.
Blair seems to be a very smooth player, very fluid in his dribble. Just hasn't been able to get comfortable in this game and really solidify himself as one of the primary scorers in this game.
So we have some subs coming into the game now. Marcus Russell. And, well, a player to be named. Aaron Person. That's Aaron Person. Got it. Romeo Edwards. Fouled.
Great job understanding that if a man is that close on you, if you're as quick as Romeo Edwards, good sweep through and drive very hard on the left side, taking it to the rack, ending up at the free throw line. Let's see if he can knock him down.
4.5 minutes left to play in the third. 5 team fouls now on the Pride. So the St. Pete Tide are shooting baskets throughout the rest of the third. Romeo Edwards knocks down the first one. Now he's got 9 points. Who's going to win in a three-point competition? Mark King or Jerry Pettit?
Oh, you got to.
That's like choosing Pepsi and Coke. I mean, you kind of throw it up in the air as Romeo Edwards knocks down the second one.
That's a very nice toss-up. I wouldn't bet because you can't really bet against the main man, Jerry, but you also can't bet against Mark King, a.k.a. Mariah Carey, a.k.a. John Legend.
Bank shot made by Harriet on the other side. That's Harriet's first basket of the game. Which one of these guys reminds you more of a Burger King and McDonald's?
Ooh.
Who's Burger King? Who's McDonald's?
Okay, I would have to say, for Chad Johnson, I would have to say Jerry is McDonald's.
Oh, the big Jer Bear.
Jer Bear is McDonald's.
Harriet misses that shot up front. St. Remy loses handle of the ball on the downside. And it was off of his hands and goes out of bounds. Great call by the officials there. They've been calling a couple great games today.
Yeah, they've been doing their thing out there because it's a very hard job. You have to see it from multiple perspectives, and whatever call you make is the wrong call. Typically, someone's going to be mad about it. Great smooth spin move by Romeo Edwards.
Edwards up with the right hand to the basket.
Oh my goodness! Spin move, slashing, getting to the rack, elevating, extending, flipping that in. Great cut. And great job with the rock, Romeo Edwards knocking that down.
Looking like Jerry in his sleep.
Jerry in his prime, Mark King, anytime. Good job by Romeo Edwards getting the bucket.
3 on the way by Blair, no good, and St. Remy the rebound. St. Remy up top, guarded by Williams, and now here's Harriet. Bounce pass over to the right side. Nicholson L pulls back on the jumper, no good, and a great tip in there by Person. Aaron Person was 7.
He did that with his left hand. Great job getting the tip. That's a horse shot right there.
2:50 left to go in the third. 67-50. Edwards has that one knocked away.
My, oh my. Parsons is really doing what he needs to do. Poking the ball out of their primary ball handler, Romeo Edwards, and letting them know he's on them for the rest of the quarter. Great job.
The big man in the ball game, Dave Butler and Blackman are sitting down. Romeo Edwards raising the rim, 69-50, and he extends the lead to 19 for the St. Pete Tide.
How about that? He stole it, pointed back, waited for him to come, elevated, got on 3 ladders, and threw it home. Great job by Romeo Edwards, exploding to the rim.
St. Remy right side bounce pass. Mitchell blocked down low by Marcus Russell, and a foul. You heard a lot of O's from the St. Pete Tide bench. They're up by 19. They got a cool lead. 3 team fouls on the Tide now, and 5 for the Pride. So Blackman checking in. Sukup back in for the Tide, and Blackman back down to the right block for the Pride. I got to tell you, Alvin, Pride and Tide, I keep saying that, and it's like a figure 8 that's just going on in my head of like, oh, am I saying the right one? Nope, okay, nope, yeah, I did, okay, got it. Mitchell hits the free throw. Now I'm back to the Tide.
You don't even have to say the first letter. Just start saying I'd, and then figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry's going to get us right. As long as we have
Please, Jerry.
Everything's
I need
right.
you. Mitchell hits a pair of free throws like Jerry could, and here comes Blair going the other direction.
Jerry only shoots 1 free throw because he always gets the and 1.
Like I keep saying every broadcast, Jerry has never missed a free throw in professional basketball. Blair guarded well out beyond the arc by Blackman. Great defense. He's double teamed. And there's a stolen ball. A fast break going the other direction. Nicholson L chased by Sukup. And Nicholson L with his first 2 points of the game. His team down by 15. 69-54 the ball game. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play in the third. Edwards getting through traffic, throwing right side. Sukup now has the ball and a push on the floor.
How about the effort on this Pride defense? You got Blackman guarding the perimeter, doing everything he can. As soon as he took a step past half court, and what did it end up in? A turnover and an easy bucket on the other end. We need to see more of that if you're a Pride fan because it is working. But Romeo Edwards has found himself at the line again. Let's see if he knocks down 2 of his 2 free throws.
Romeo Edwards from the line. Free throw is up and good. Romeo Edwards with 15.
Little pose at the end. This is easy for him. And right now they're going to have themselves a nice cushion.
Edwards from the line in a 70-54 ball game, and it will remain that score. Edwards from the right side will pull up and make. Edwards hits the long 2 from the right side. Now has 17 points, 72-54. Less than a minute and a half to play. St. Remy getting through traffic down right side. No good. Nicholson L will pick up the shot. And Mitchell a third time. And Mitchell puts it through. Mitchell with 16 points. And his team's trailing by 16.
That's what you need if you're the Pride. Multiple attempts at the basket. It ends up in a bucket.
Blair fouled down low. So he'll be shooting free throws. The Tide are in the bonus. So he'll step up. Blair came off the bench this game. Already has 3 points, but playing a lot of minutes for his team here. So look for him to be a big factor later on in the season. He leaves that one well short.
He definitely found himself a new role. He's been doing a good job. Just hasn't been able to show up in the scores column as much as he might have wanted.
St. Remy trying to control the rebound on that one. And a jump ball on the floor. So it'll be Sukup and Remy. St. Remy for the jump. And Sukup standing at 6'7", 200 pounds out of Deltona, Florida. And Greg St. Remy standing at 6'4". It's a little bit of a height mismatch. But St. Remy plays some physical basketball, so we'll see if he can get his body into Sukup and maybe come away with a victory here on the jump ball.
And definitely St. Remy is he's more of a sturdy, more filled out guy, so he's definitely stronger. It doesn't really matter in a jump ball, but that's why he's able to defend these big men down low, because he has a strong base. He's a strong guy, able to bang with the big fellas. Not as good as Jerry, though, because Jerry, man, oh, man, you guys have yet to see a prolific defender and offensive master like the main man, Jerry.
Talk about a big fella. He makes Andre the Giant look small.
He bullies
He's
Shaq.
like the monster. You ever watch? You haven't seen Game of Thrones, have you?
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Okay, I was going to make a Game of Thrones
the
reference there. Jerry, you know the monster?
He's the monster.
You could kick his butt any day of the week. Maybe on Sundays he has a shot, but I'm telling you, I'm going with you, my main man. 72-56 the score, 52.7 seconds left to go in the third. Blair double teamed as he falls out of bounds. He gets it to his man down low. Sukup throws it up, no good. And the ball gets put out of bounds by Blackman. And Blackman unhappy so far in this ball game. The inbound to Marcus Russell. Russell guarded by Blackman. That was great defense there by Blackman. Blair up top, goes in on Nicholson L. Up with the right hand and gets it to fall. Nicholson L with his 4th point now of the ball game.
That was beautiful. Got into his package, took him right to the rack, and got exactly what he wanted. Kissed it off the glass, rolled it in. Great job by Blair.
Person gets his own rebound, bounces it in to Blackman, and Blackman fouled. With 11.8 seconds on the game clock here in the third quarter. So we're approaching the 4th. How about both of these games not necessarily being terribly close today, Alvin?
At all. One team able to just figure it out and just roll and just start laying out the punches. Doing a great job getting on them early and not looking back. And it's been hard for the other teams because they've been reeling. Right now, the Pride is reeling, just been receiving a blunt of the forces as Blackman banks in a free throw shot. The bank is open.
Blackman not taking any dribbles, and Blair pulls down the rebound. 8 seconds on the game clock. Throw into the right corner. Edwards for three. That one bounces around. The rebound by Russell. Turnaround jumper. Blackman holds it, and that'll end 3/4 of action. One more left. When we return, it's a 74-57 ball game. The Tide are on top. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go. Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great.
Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
74-57 the score as the clock starts ticking down here in the last quarter of action. Down right side, a foul, and Brooks will go to the line. He's got 5 points already in the ball game for the player from Franklin and Marshall College. He was part of that Diplomats team. He's doing a great job for the St. Pete Tide here in the FBA so far. Last game had 18 points. And shot well from the free throw line. First free throw is up and a swish through the net. And it's a beautiful thing when you know you can send a guy to the line and you can understand that they're going to be able to make free throws.
Yeah, because it seems like it should be common, but it's really not so common as he knocks down both of his free throws. That's a real treasure, getting a guy who can knock his free throws down consistently.
76-57, the lead is 19 for the Tide. Blackman loses handle of the basketball. Sukup dives on top of it and gets it over to Brooks. Brooks running the floor against Blackman. Blackman playing some good defense and reached a little too far in there.
You just love that effort by Sukup. He is not afraid to get on the ground and play a little dirty, get in the basketball. And that's what they use him for. He's a very good gadget guy. He gets in, does the little things, and then he finishes his layups whenever he's given the chance. Great effort.
Works left side to Shane, and Shane taking a three. Blackman double teamed up to Branch. Left side, Mitchell. Here comes Williams over right side. Romeo to Brooks, and Butler can't have it come down. Beltre pump fakes. Down low, St. Remy with the right hand. Oh, that one just rims out. Far side, back up top to Branch, and he'll run things. Branch throws it left, and the turnover to the other team. Williams running the floor. Williams drawing the foul. And a charge.
Great job by Richard Branch getting back there, setting his feet in front of the bigger A.J. Williams, who's really been having a heck of a game. got in there, set his feet, took the blow, and got the foul for his team, giving them the ball back.
Still a 19-point game. 2 team fouls now on the Pride. So St. Remy up top running the offense for the Pride. Throws it over to the right. 3 on the way off the front of the rim for Williams. Now they'll push ahead to Brooks. And we have an official timeout. And we had the cap on the floor come off. Would you say that this is hardwood polished floor? I mean, the floor is definitely polished. I don't know if it's hardwood necessarily. Shane, left wing, up top. Mike Butler, airballs the 3. We have not seen a lot of threes hit this game, Alvin.
No, not at all. Everything's behind the line. There has been much to be desired. Not able to really find the bottom of the net, and sometimes not even finding the rim like we just saw in that last one. Looks like the ball weighs 30 pounds. Just looks very hard to get it to reach where it needs to go.
There's the inbounds to Brooks. Brooks pump fakes, steps back, takes a 3, and hits!
You know, I love being wrong about things like that. Brooks knocking it down after a nice rhythm jab step. Nice pass.
A great behind-the-back pass from Shane up ahead. Brooks puts it through. Anthony Brooks with 12 points. His team is up 81-57. And put a little more emphasis on that because it's a big margin. Mitchell, left side, has that one denied by Mike Butler. Shane, other side, up top. Mike Butler. That one bounces out on the 3. But they've been living and dying by the low ball. And Williams puts that one through. He's got 25 points. That one's tapped out of bounds by Mike Butler. (83-57), 9 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the 4th. St. Remy coming to a stop and pulling a 3. And an air ball on that one. Alvin, can you tell us a little bit about, from a player's perspective, what it's like as you're coming towards the end of the game, you're tired, you're shooting the ball. Like, we've seen a lot of air balls. These guys must be getting tired, right?
Definitely just not getting your feet set. At least for me when I was playing, that's as Beltre just really gets his hands in there and making a great defensive play. But just when you're moving and you're not involved and you take a little break, it's hard to get your legs under and really get the flick that you want because you don't want to push the ball. You want to get it from your legs and then flick your wrist. And sometimes it just doesn't fall. But every shooter has those nights where just the ball just doesn't go in the rim. You see it in the NBA. You see it in youth. It's a game of basketball, and that's what happens. And when you see that your shot's not falling, you have to switch the mode and get very aggressive as Brooks knocks down his first free throw. You have to get aggressive and start taking it to the rack because when you get to the free throw line, that's your bread and butter. Right there, you get your nice rhythm, you get your breath back, you get your form, and then you can start extending that range back to what you're comfortable doing.
Second free throw by Brooks is up and good. He's got 14. 85-57 game, 9 minutes left to play. St. Remy, the leading ball handler for this Pride team, bringing the ball across the half-court stripe. Right side, Mitchell pumps a 3 off right side. Rebound by Shane, and here come the Tide going left to right. Down low, Brooks. No, sir, he got that ball tipped, so he grabbed it back, put it back up. And Mike Butler, look at him standing over here on the left wing, just saying, hey, I'm open. And no one was looking towards him.
That was a good take, but man, oh man, they corralled around him. There was 4 guys jumping up with him. You would have liked to see him kick that to his main man, Mike Butler. He's also struggled from the 3, but.
The inbound in the reverse. Anthony Brooks with 16 points. His team is on top by 20, 87-57. Oh, make that 30. I was a math major in college, but that was terrible. 87-57.
Wow.
The lead is 30, maybe even more. Williams, other side, gives it out to Romeo Edwards. It looks like Williams had a clear lane there, and he just decided not to take it. Down low, shot up, no good. And the rebound going the other direction by Rodney Williams. Williams with the right hand, and now The lead is within 30 at least.
And that's a good take, taking it coast to coast, really pushing the issue, getting a nice little lay-in on the left side. Great take.
A.J. Williams dribbling into the key, up with the right hand on the hook, no good. And the second chance, he gets that back in.
After getting the board and putting it back, A.J. Williams letting him know he is too small. You cannot guard me in the post. Great job by A.J. getting this rebound and putting it right back up.
And Mitchell finishes on the other side. Mitchell's been a key guy for this Pride team, and they're going to have to build a little bit more around him and St. Remy because they're the only ones that have been able to do anything today. 18 points for Mitchell and 11 for St. Remy, and they're easily the leading scorers. You know, Branch adding on 4, Nicholson Ella had 4, Blackman is 7, has a shots hit on the other end, and the Tide just keep extending this lead.
That's a big shot by Mike Butler, tickling the twine on that 3 off the assist from Brooks.
Another 3 hit on the other side. Nothing but net for Deshaun Beltray. He's got 5, and just as we were saying, the 3s weren't being hit. Finally, some are starting to go through.
Little back and forth action. You love to see it, boosting up that 3-point percentage.
Brooks up with the right hand. He's got 18.
Look at that. Anthony Brooks, a guard out of the Diplomats, was able to find his way in the post and get a big-time bucket for him.
Branch going baseline. That one just rims out, and the rebound brought down by Brooks, who throws it ahead to Mike Butler. Butler looking for another 3, and the rebound by Beltray going the other direction. So a little bit more of a slower action as a timeout called by the Pride with 6:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Tide have a humongous lead. They lead by 30. This is the biggest lead we've seen in any game here in the FBA all season. More basketball on the way in just a second. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
Unbelievable.
We're back here for FBA action. It's a 30-point lead for the St. Pete Tide, and they've done a great job of sharing the ball around all ball game, and they've gotten the big contributions from the guys that they've needed to. A man-to-man defense here for the Tide against the Pride. Lamar bounces it off of the legs of Aaron Mitchell. Here's Beltray. Left side, double team, throws it into the left corner, and a lot of the guys who we normally don't see playing for the Pride are in just to get some more experience. Lamar couldn't get it off in time. A shot clock violation, and the Pride can't get anything going.
Nothing is working for them, and once again, the Tide can do no wrong. Pouring in 94 points in this game so far.
Romeo Edwards, left side. Dave Butler, off to the right. Here's Beltray. Dribbling past Sukup, left wing. Blackman down low, good move in the lane. Allende Blackman with 9 points.
And Blackman's been able to get the better of Butler on that possession.
That ball's cut off. We have a foul on the floor. 94-66 the score. So a big lead here in the ball game. That's a 28-point lead for the Tide, and they can kind of just put the game on cruise control here with 5.5 minutes left to play. Dorsey taking it right in front of us. And Zell Murphy playing defense on Dorsey this game. Beltray, long three, and he airballs it.
Long miss. Good attempt. It looked beautiful until it got to the rim.
Didn't even get to the rim. It went right to the rim.
You're right. It did not get to the rim.
Down low. Dorsey blocked by Brooks.
Brooks doing it all. Really getting back at 6'3", 193. Getting back and showing them that guards can play good defense too. Rising up and smacking that to the rafters.
Lamar. Taken away by Butler. Butler said no, sir. He passes ahead to Romeo Edwards. Romeo Edwards with the kiss off the glass in the reverse.
Nice.
And Edwards
jelly.
now has 19 points in the ball game with under 4:45 left to play. Lamar, left wing, guarded by Butler. That's a height mismatch. Clearly right side, a pump fake, and a three on the way. Beltray, no good, and Butler pulls that one down. Looks for his outlet, and then finds Brooks, who will bring the ball across the half-court stripe.
He's emptying the clip. Brooks gets into his package a little bit.
Right side, long two, no good by Zell Murphy. Here's Blackman, taken away by Sukup, who gives it right off to Romeo Edwards. Down low, a foul, and a made basket by Zell Murphy. A hard foul by Blackman. And those are Zell Murphy's first 2 points of the season.
They love that. Coming out of that was a great take, doing what he does, getting to the rack and finishing the big play. Let's see if he can convert these free throws and capitalize on his first buckets this season in the FBA.
Brooks out, Garfield Blair back in. Free throw, no good. So Blackman pulls down the rebound, throws it ahead to Beltray. Beltray, a 1-on-2, and he slips and falls to the ground. It's a wet spot on the floor. Somebody get a wipe. Jerry. Actually, Jerry shouldn't have to do that. He does enough for us already. He was ready to run over there, though. Bounce pass to Romeo Edwards up top. Blair, right side. Sukup, one dribble. The give off to Romeo Edwards, right side. Garfield Blair lining up a three, right wing. No good. Dave Butler pulling down the rebound and throws it across the court to Garfield Blair. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Blair pumping the three. That one bounces around, and Dave just has that one come down easily.
They are just working out right now, getting every board. It's a three-point shootout. Dave Butler with his third rebound of this possession. How many boards is he going to get, and how many attempts are they going to get from the three-point line?
I would love to see the number for that. Dave Butler, 1 foot inside the three-point arc.
Now
and another rebound. The Tide are just all in control, and the Pride sort of laying low. Don't tell me it's another rebound, and they finally turn the ball over to the Pride.
Wow.
So 2:42 left to play in the fourth. That was a great offensive possession in terms of rebounding, but the Tide couldn't score.
They went 0 for 5 on a single possession. They shot 4 threes, and Butler went and shot another one. Not one of those shots went in the lane, and they kept getting boards. That is horrible interior defense by the Pride, not getting any of those rebounds.
Williams knocks it towards Elliott Jr. Left side, and Elliott Jr. in his first 2 minutes gets 2. Bounce pass down in the right corner. Romeo Edwards guarded by Elliott Jr., and he'll slow things down. Under 2.5 minutes left to play in the fourth. Edwards dribbling in, and a travel. And it started off a pretty close game. It was pretty close through the first 2 quarters, Alvin, and then, both teams kind of just hitting the cruise control at the end. Romeo Edwards steps out of bounds on the baseline, 2:03 left to play.
And it was close to begin with, and then the Tide just blew it open. Just started pouring it on, and the Pride really have not been able to score well in this game. They only put up 68 points so far, and that's a season low.
Elliott Jr. misses that one, and the rebound by Nicholson L. He throws that one up, and a rebound by Blair. Blair running into this one across the half-court line. Now goes left, switches up, goes right, pulls up. And another air ball. I think this is more air balls I've seen in a game than any other game we've called this year, Alvin.
Definitely. Leaving much to be desired. Great moves, but just not able to get it close to the rim.
Nicholson L very short on the three, and Sukup with the football throw down low. And Butler, a nice easy flip up into the cup. And Dave Butler now with 12 points. Williams for three, and Williams gets it to go. Rodney Williams with 5 points now in his debut. Down low to Sukup. Sukup catches his man in the air and waits for him to get over and makes the basket. So he's got his first 2 points. Now as the clock ticks down under one, Williams another three. That one's off to the right.
Sukup getting rewarded on that last one for all his hustle and hard work on the defensive end.
Williams blocked down low by Sukup, and Williams again. Williams with 7. Rodney Williams standing at 6'1", but 238 pounds. So he can easily start creating some separation inside if he needed to, but hasn't gotten a lot of playing time tonight, but maybe we'll see that change after this. Garfield Blair lining up a left wing three. 30 seconds left to go on the game clock. Turnaround jumper by Murphy. And here comes the pass ahead to Williams. Williams has that one knocked away by Sukup. 19 seconds left to go on the game clock, and they're going to throw this one down to Butler and just over his hands. He's tall, but he's not that tall. What am I saying? He's 6'9". He's definitely tall. I can't compare. Williams, other side, no good. And the rebound, they'll throw it down and just dribble this one out. 102-73 is the final score in this game. And what a huge blowout by the St. Pete Tide. When we return, we will have the player of the game for you. Join us on the post-game show. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
All right.
Welcome back to the post-game show. AJ Williams is our player of the game, and he joins us here. AJ, great game. It was very fun to see you play, and you guys now move to 3-0 on the season, one of the only undefeated teams in the FBA so far. But it was kind of a blowout. How do you keep yourself in a game, like, you know, attentive in a game where it's just a complete blowout?
Well, I think it just comes down to, like, just being competitive and just wanting to win. When you're competitive and you want to win at all times, you never let yourself get down. And especially with the guys that we have over there, everybody's keeping each other accountable. So it's been great.
For you, what is the biggest aspect of your game that you're proud of?
Just playing hard. Just always trying to keep myself like, hey, make sure if missing shots, things aren't going your way, referees, it doesn't matter. Just continue to play hard throughout the course of the game and then just let the rest figure itself out.
Who's your favorite teammate to play with?
Man, I got so many guys over there. That's tough. I mean, I really like Rome. I love Mike Butler. He's a great shooter. And he can play inside, outside. He has a great basketball IQ. So it's tough to choose just one person. But if I had to choose one person, it'd probably be Rome.
Yeah. You're a leader on the floor, on and off. Tell us a little bit about just sort of the pride you take in that with your guys.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
You're a leader on and off the floor with your guys. How much pride do you have in yourself being a guy that a lot of the guys on your team can look to?
I mean, honestly, it's a blessing to have guys, look at me as a leader. I try not to think too much into it. I just try to be myself and just let the rest handle itself. But I always try to, hold myself to a high standard and lead by example.
AJ, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on moving to 3-0 on the season.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you soon, man. AJ Williams with 27 points, and he is our player of the game. Alvin, looking ahead, what can the Pride do to kind of improve here?
So the Pride, they definitely have to figure out how to be stronger interior-wise and just do better in transition, because so far they got taken advantage of and just figuring out a way to go against guys like AJ in the game.
AJ did a great job, and he puts his team on top. 102-73 is the final score of this ball game. The St. Pete Tide moved to 3-0 on the season. Well, that'll do it for our Sunday matinee here in the FBA. For Alvin Delvey and our fantastic producer, Jerry Pettit, our CEO, Mark King, I'm Jesse O saying good afternoon, and we'll see you very soon. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauly Wealth Management.